answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between. I am your host, Josie, and thank you for joining us on this amazing fight night. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and my best friend is running late. God dang it. So I'm going to bring in the newest member of Sports Report, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the only man that I know that can pull off a name like Haystacks.
Josie, what's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
What's going on? Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, that's news to me. By the way, I don't know who he's bringing, but he needs to hurry his ass up because he's late.
Well, so be it. Let's do
it. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off while we're waiting on him.
Let's do it.
We've been gone for 2 weeks, so a lot of stuff has happened. We have a new AEW World Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we do.
He's better than you, and you know it. Mr. MJF is finally World Champion. I gotta say, I've been following this man since MLW. The first time I ever saw him, I was like, he's super talented. Just such a natural heel.
Oh yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
I really am happy that he finally got his title. I think I'm excited because we're gonna see him for the first time on AEW this week.
This week it's gonna be fun. What they say last week on Wednesday? He was at he was on set at a movie or something like that.
Yeah, he was at a big
filming
movie.
of a movie.
But
Yeah,
the thing is some of the fans were upset about that. But AEW always does that after a big pay-per-view. The champ is never there the first week. Like they always kind of hold that.
gotta bring the suspense. You know, gotta keep you on your toes.
Here's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
where's the guest? Who'd you bring with you?
Yeah, I just gave him the link. He's a buddy of mine from one of my Discord groups. He is on his way through. He wanted to come on tonight, so he is on his way. I figured the more fun the merrier, fellas.
You're splitting him. You're splitting your hot dog with him. No more hot dog.
I see some crust in that, right? I will.
I got my little deal going on, my little hot dog deal going on. It's all good.
Come
on, Kill.
So, Will, did you watch? I know you probably went back and watched clips of Full Gear, but did you watch Survivor Series?
Yeah.
See, me and Stacks actually.
Yeah.
Will didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Was it great? No. But was it good? Yeah.
Will, what didn't you like about it?
Man, okay. Man, give me a second here. I'm going to pull up my Full Gear stuff too. But while going to my little diatribe, I just want to say one thing that sort of kind of ruining WWE for me, and it goes down your opinion.
I love it when he agrees with me.
Ronda Rousey is terrible.
Oh yeah.
We already knew that though, Will.
She's terrible.
Honestly, that whole pay-per-view, I would give a solid A minus Ronda. I told Max that before the show. Like, I really enjoyed the whole pay-per-view. I thought that the Damage Control versus everybody else was a really good start off War Games match. I enjoyed it. I was invested. I liked that Becky got the pin. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Did anybody ever doubt that they were going to have a banger of a match? Because if you did, you were stupid. Skip the next one. Shotzi carried Ronda.
And see, a lot of people are blaming Shotzi for this match.
Bullshit.
No, you can't blame her for that.
No, she tried her best with what she could do, and it just didn't get over at all. Fans were bored.
Rollins Lashley Theory. If you didn't have the two War Games matches to be so prominent, that match steals the show.
That match was good. Was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Told the story. Like, the three of them did so well together. I love Theory winning.
Shout out to Austin Theory. He stepped up.
Man, from a guy we were just rapping on 2 months ago.
My man Kill. What's up, Kill?
Good. Oh shit, you can see my face.
Yeah, I can see you, bro.
Oh no, I look ugly as hell. That's not good. Listen, hey. Hold on.
Hey, it's Josie up here. That's a man Stacks right there. This is Kill. This is Kill, man. He from my Discord, man. He's Discord that I help run. He's a big time wrestling fan. He has his own stream on YouTube. He does gaming. He talks wrestling. There ain't nothing this man don't do.
Buddy, we just we just started diving into. We haven't been here for 2 weeks, so we catching up. So we talked to Survivor Series, and then in a minute we're going to talk some Full Gear.
I didn't watch Full Gear, but I did.
The only one here that did watch Full Gear is Stacks.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
was out of town.
Stacks got that vacation, boy.
So Stacks watched it. I've looked at all the clips. I know what I want to talk about it, but
Okay.
but on Survivor Series, what we were just saying is solid pay-per-view all around. The War Games matches. Hang on, the
Some
War
matches
Games
here and
matches
there,
did
but-
really good on the main event for the first time.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
It's a solid A+ pay-per-view if you take Ronda Rousey off the card.
Yes.
Rousey. I
Bruh.
just said that, Q. I just
I don't-
said that.
Listen, I don't care. I skipped that fucking match. I ain't got time to watch that trash.
I don't even
did not watch
remember. And
I
this
don't
is
blame
the thing.
you.
This is
I
the
don't
thing. I
blame
feel
you.
so bad for Shotzi because, like I just said before you came in here, Kill, she carried that match.
I
Shotzi
like
carried that match, and Shotzi is talented.
Right,
I
man.
like her.
I like
liked-
Shotzi too.
I do
like
not like
Ronda.
the belt
I like-
on Ronda.
I like Ronda doing her first run, but now it's like she's just lazy as hell.
She just
Yeah.
doesn't want to be there. It
No
just
one,
seems like
Not at all.
she's just boring as shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing to her character. Shayna's more interesting than she is.
Yeah,
to
which
be
is
honest.
saying something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally,
Absolutely.
the person we were shitting on for 2 years about how boring she is and how one-dimensional she is, and Shayna is the more interesting out of the two.
Yes. Oh my God, bruh. Yes, Joe. Fuck this. Oh, I'm not going to say F Ronda Rousey. but
You
she-
good, you good.
No, you can say whatever you want.
You
on
say
this
whatever
show.
you want, bro. We ain't gonna sit you. You
you're
good, bro.
Yeah.
But she gonna beat my black ass. I ain't got time to be hunted down by Ronda Rousey. But I will say,
Go put the side up.
all right, listen. Her match with Liv Morgan was shit at Extreme Rules, and I like Extreme Rules too. I just don't like her. Shotzi should be the new champion. That's how I feel.
Agreed.
Like.
Agreed.
Yep.
And honestly, weakest match on the card by far.
Yes.
We were also talking that had you not had the 2 War Games matches, Theory, Rollins, and Lashley stole the freaking show.
Yes, I agree.
And like I said, I did say it. Shout out to Austin Theory. He's really been stepping it up as of late.
I mean, considering he was the new chosen one, the new Drew McIntyre, not 4 months ago, and I love this gritty Theory. He still reminds me. I still see evolution of Cena all over him. I'm sorry.
1000%.
It is totally
1000%.
Cena going from the prototype to Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I think I'm not a big fan of Theory. I like him more than Dominic because fuck Dominic Mysterio.
Oh,
I'm right there with you, brother.
You gotta
I'm right
fight.
there with you.
You gotta fight.
Look, he can't wrestle. He can't talk. He's bland as shit.
You can't
Like,
cut no promo.
He can't cut. He can't do shit.
I think his in the
Nope.
ring performances with the Judgment Day have gotten better. I still agree he's
yeah.
not great on the
He's
mic.
not.
That's
Right.
why he's got Rhea on the mic. That's why he's got Mommy.
Yeah,
That's why
well,
Mommy's there.
That's why he's got one.
Yo, Triple H, he need to send his dumb ass back to NXT for a few years. Let him cook up in there, and then bring him back to the main roster.
See, I honestly believe him on Judgment Day has saved Judgment Day. Them 4 together just work really well together. I like
Yeah,
you have Balor as the top guy. You have Priest as the just powerhouse. Dominic, yes, he's the green. He's the noob. And then Rhea, like we've said on this show many times, the actual leader of the Judgment Day.
Yes,
So
the
we've
true
been saying
leader.
that.
He is the mommy and the poppy.
Hey, kid, let me
Hell
get your
yeah.
opinion. Hey, kid, let me get your opinion on something real quick. I'm gonna switch gears for a quick second.
Go ahead.
Booker T, commentator.
Oh,
What you
let's
think?
go.
I like it actually.
Oh man, get
Now
out
listen.
of it, yo.
No, listen,
No
listen.
way.
Bye.
No way.
Let
No.
me explain.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
He
Oh,
says the most. I'm not saying his commentary is good. I'm not saying that.
Mm.
I'm just saying it's so bad it's good.
oh, okay.
Like he says the most random shit. Like when that dude D-Jack showed up. It's D-Jack. You said who? It's like shit like that. That's just funny to me. Now, I'm not saying he's a great commentator, but for meme purposes, I like it. Just
I think he's
look,
good. I think
Go
he's
ahead.
better at podcasting. I think he's better at being an ambassador to the sport, because when you get someone like Booker T. Look, I don't think anyone has put more into pro wrestling than Booker T. I really don't think so. And when you get to that, commentator is a different story, though. You have to be able to tell a story, to move a story along. And I just think he doesn't do that.
My issue with Booker on the desk is he is like Don Callis on the desk. He's always up here. He's always up here.
Yeah,
and the thing about being on the desk is you control the flow of the show.
Right.
Absolutely.
You have to, as a commentator, every once in a while, bring it down so the fan can bring it down. So when that next exciting moment happens, it's something. I never thought I would say this. It's something Michael Cole probably does better than any commentator out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just because
that's saying something. That's saying something.
It's giving Michael a huge compliment.
That's current, though. We ain't talking about past. That's current.
Yeah.
He does it better in the fact and it's honestly because of his voice, because he's got such a monotone voice. He can bring up like it's boss time, and then bring you down and bring you back to mellow, and then something happens and he's back up. Booker is always up here. It was my same issue with Don Callis days in the Impact. He's always up here, and it takes away from the product.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, Josie, they killed that. They killed
the Braun Breaker match.
Braun Breaker match.
He destroyed. He pulled me out of that entire match with his commentary.
I want to mute my TV, man.
And the thing is I still believe he'd be amazing manager because he still can cut a really good promo. When he was in the ring for the contract signing with Wes and Mello, that was a great little set. Like, it was good. Other than Booker T's always got to get in his little quips. He's always got to get in his little catchphrases.
Well, I don't really
Shucky ducky quack quack now.
Yeah, I don't watch NXT like that. I check in every now and then.
So
I'm not interested in NXT.
Me and Stacks do a thing where we pick a wrestling thing and we watch it for a month. Something we don't normally watch, and we talk about it. And we just finished watching NXT for a month, and I can tell you neither of us will go searching it out after that. It wasn't good. We did not enjoy it.
NXT is
Braun Breaker, Wes. That's about all it's got going. And Nikita Lyons' booty.
Nikita Lyons, right?
That's about all it's got going for it.
Hey, let me tell you about Kill. Just like me, trying to figure out why the hell Mandy Rose still champion.
Bro, come on, bro. She should have been lost that championship.
Because there's no one in Impact, and there's no one in NXT to take it from her.
Yeah, it is.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Who?
Is there?
Yeah, it is. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you just want to get her even more over with the crowd? Can you imagine if you put it on your girl?
On Rhea?
You put it on Rhea. That'll get you over. You can put it on.
I'd like. She needs a. Yeah.
She needs a title, man.
She needs a title right now.
She needs a title bad.
She needs a main roster title, not an NXT title.
Still, it is still a championship though. It's still a
title
though.
NXT women's.
It's still a title though, and the thing that's gonna make it kind of messed up when Charlotte, and then make up when Charlotte eventually comes back. Is it gonna push Rhea even further down? So she needs a title.
Title. But how come we're coming up on a year and Raw still doesn't have a main title?
Oh man,
we've been saying it's time to take one off Roman.
It's time to take one off Raw. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that Rumble is going to split them.
That's what
I am surprised that USA has went this long without having a main title on their show.
I'd be mad as hell.
If I'm USA Network, I am livid that I have not had a champion on my show.
I'm not getting my money's worth on that deal. I have no champion. I have no one I can say this person holds the flag for our network. I don't have that. I'd be mad as hell. Split that thing up, man.
Listen, Roman's. They had a good chance to split it at Clash with Drew and Austin Theory. They could have put some bullshit 3-way.
And then they
down.
knocked him out. Yeah.
Like Drew should have at least took one of the titles from him. That was his time. I think that's one of Triple H's biggest L's so far is having Drew just lose.
Supposedly, when Triple H took power, USA came to him and said, "We want a title back."
Really?
Split him up.
Ah.
Yeah, it was rumored that literally a month after, like, the breakup was going to happen because USA was wanting it and tired of not having a title on their show.
And you can still do it and make Roman stay strong.
Yeah, there's ways to do it.
There's ways to do it.
Your easiest way to have done it would have been to use the Money in the Bank.
Yep.
But going back to the Bloodline and the Survivor Series, gotta talk about the main event, the War Games match, Bloodline versus Owens, McIntyre, and the Brutes. Gotta say, great War Games match. One of the better War Games matches I've seen. I really did enjoy the cages on the stage.
That was different. A lot of really different than AEW.
That was really good. They didn't do that back in WCW at all.
They didn't do that in NXT.
And
that was a new
AEW
Triple H added just for this. So I liked having all the contestants up there. Watching Roman make decisions in the cage was really neat.
That was cool.
And then the honorary Oos, baby. The honorary Oos with the what?
Son.
Yes.
I love Sami Zayn. I love him, man.
I gotta say, I am tired of the Bloodline. I am tired of Roman as champion. But this whole thing has made me actually
we going a little too far.
Hang on, let me finish. By the end of that match, I was rooting for the Bloodline. I was because of Sammy, I was rooting for the Bloodline.
Now we're gonna lose too far now because look, I'm all for taking that Raw title off Roman, but you can't take that SmackDown title off Roman because if you take that SmackDown title off Roman, SmackDown's fault. It crumbles.
They're both coming off. I know
they're gonna come off eventually, but don't do it right. But
by Mania,
I know he's gonna lose both eventually, but if you do it now, you ruin SmackDown.
By the end of Mania, Roman is no longer world champion.
I agree.
Either one of them.
I agree.
I still don't know. I still think if you have The Rock, I'm not saying I agree with you. I'm not saying I agree that he shouldn't have the titles. But if you have, I know you don't need it, but just for the prestige of it, if he has one title, I wouldn't be surprised. The problem with that
is if The Rock, if it is a title match, then you almost 99% sure that Roman's winning. Because Rock does not have the time to commit to a title run.
No doubt.
He faces Cody, and then night 2, he faces The Rock. Like, what if he faces Cody, loses the titles, and then he goes into the Rock match, and you just don't know what the fuck happened because he doesn't have the titles?
Cody's the X factor too. He's the X factor
it really
too.
is.
Yeah.
Well, what's gonna happen with that?
I want to switch over to Full Gear here in a second, but I do want to we got to start talking about it because it's that season, boys. It's that time. Mania season is coming. Yes. Rumble is less than a month and a half away.
Let me tell you, man, real quick before we go over to Full Gear real quick. I am not looking forward to Charlotte coming back. I ain't looking forward to it.
Do we really got to talk about that?
I ain't looking forward to it at all. And he tripping. And Shasha tripping. She knows she won't come back. Dude, baby, you pay that girl her money.
But
pay that woman her money. She got a number. Yeah. Y'all meet that number. You ain't like you ain't got it. Meet that number. Bring her back.
But
they were screaming her name during that Ronda Rousey match too.
Yeah.
Right now, talking about Rumble, who's y'all's pick for the men's and the women's? Who's winning?
I got Cody.
I am gonna go wild
Rhea
card.
on the
I've
women's.
said this already.
Rhea on the women's.
Tommaso is my wild card win for the Rumble.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh, that's I actually like that.
Ooh,
you have said that.
Shit, that's
solid.
One. That is
solid. He's been off. He's been hurt. So I bet he's healed by then. with the way they were building him before he was hurt, he would make a great win in that. And I'm sorry, I honestly believe it's going to be someone new. Triple H he's gotten through these 4 months.
It's
But
the
as
time to
we've
do
said
something
on this
different.
show, Mania season, Royal Rumble, January, that is the real kickoff of the Triple H regime, because that will start Q1 of his regime. And really, this is the year he proves himself. Can he continue on this uptick? Can they have one of the more successful years that they've had in a long time? And so he has got to come out swinging with Rumble, with the Elimination Chamber, with and then another 2-night Mania. And it's a big one because it's in Hollywood too.
I just got Cody because I think you paid that man to come back. And
there's no way he's not.
And with Cody, it leads to so many more possibilities you could do in the future. You can do that thing. You can do that thing with Roman, to where he drops the titles to Cody and then goes into that match with the Rock
Rollins
like
again
earlier.
Rollins again.
Oh, him and
Rollins again too. Rollins again too.
Yep.
And Rollins mentioned him the other night.
He did.
Rollins mentioned him the other night.
I saw a report that he is healed and ready to come back.
Yeah,
so.
Hey, I'm for it. You brought that man there for a reason.
Randy was in an interview this past week and said that he is ready.
But Ciampa is a good wild card.
Yeah,
I like Ciampa as well.
Yeah, I like Ciampa a lot.
But Cody's the safe bet. Like, if he wins, I'm like, we all fucked.
And
we already.
Is Rhea the only good winner on the women's side? Like, it's got to be Rhea.
It's got to be Rhea.
Yeah,
it's got to be Rhea.
Or Becky.
Possibly Becky.
No.
Becky doesn't need it. Becky doesn't need a title.
I'm not saying she does. I'm just saying. I mean, it's Becky. That's why I brought it.
With Ronda, to be honest, and take that title from
Fuck
her.
You.
That's what I want. Becky level Ronda, take the title, in my opinion, because Ronda does not need that title.
And it also helps set up those for the horsewomen against Ronda's crew. It helps set that up too.
Well, you can't have that anymore because Maria Shafir is signed to AEW.
But I think that we already know how the Usos going to lose their titles. That's easy. Yeah. It's going to be Kevin and fucking Sammy.
Yeah. I don't know what that after Monday night.
I don't know. That's right. I don't know.
The way Monday night happened, the way they said, I don't want to tag with you, I don't want to fight you, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm just I don't know. Okay, I guess this isn't leading to them tagging up.
Or is that just feeding into what they want you to believe?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah,
that's my thing. Is this was the whole thing? Was the Survivor Series everything a setup for them to trust to give Kevin Owens a shot, and then Sammy turns at Rumble for him?
I mean,
to take
it's a little thing,
titles.
but it's a little thing. But when you watch the pay-per-view, you saw Sammy looking back after they pinned him. You know what I mean?
Sammy could be the reason.
Yeah,
Sammy could be the reason why Roman loses.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's also true. Yeah, right.
It could be the reason why Roman loses the WWE title, and maybe they beat him down and kick him out the bloodline, and he goes to Owens.
Yep.
So
because at this point there's no other tag team. I mean, what is she gonna do? There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep. That's what I'm saying. You got to keep at least that one belt on.
The Street Profits did come back.
Street Profits, okay, but
they could dethrone the Usos.
They could do it too. They could do it too.
I love Montez, so I wouldn't mind seeing him be a champion. I do think Tez deserves it, and Dawkins. I like Tez more.
Same.
Yeah, I just need Roman to drop one of the fucking titles.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake.
The biggest thing is Roman really needs to drop the Raw title.
In due time. I think he does. In due time.
All right.
Get me wrong.
Switching gears.
Full Gear. I didn't watch this, but I know kind of what happened in it, but I didn't really watch it.
I mean, the main thing we really got to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, he's better than you, and he knows it, and he is our new world champion.
And you know why? And that was good to see. That was good to see.
It was really.
It was
good
about
to see.
freaking time, man.
Yep.
And then
Now-
I love the Regal turn.
Yeah, that was
now
fantastic.
the thing that gets me, Jay wins again, and I'm starting to get pissed off.
That is so stupid.
pissed
So
off.
stupid, Will.
How you
so stupid, Will.
Come
so
on,
stupid,
man.
Will.
We've
You
been pissed off
42 and
for
0.
10 matches.
Come on.
We've been pissed off for 10 matches.
You 42-0. You at this point, you've overgrown that TBS title. You need to be in a world title picture at this point.
Will, honestly, to me, the only highlight in that match was the fact that Nyla came out in a low rider.
Yeah.
That's it.
I saw
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
it, man.
Yeah.
Her and Vicky Guerrero came out on a low rider.
Out with an
Yeah.
homage to Eddie
Yep.
and a low rider.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good team
Right.
up.
It was really
That's a good team up right there. That's a good team up right there.
I love them together. Their entire thing together.
That whole
is really
clique
good.
is good.
Yeah.
So
And then you got her dressed up as Chitara, bruh. I mean, I appreciate the Thundercat reference, but
So you kicked off with Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Rocky Romero, Chuck and Trent, and Danhausen defeating the Factory. You got evil Danhausen, a more dark Danhausen for the first time. And I'm hearing this is going to stay. I'm excited for this. I'm hoping maybe this makes him a little bit more serious in it, because all Danhausen has been since he's walked in so far is comedy and a jobber. Hate
For
to say
sure.
it, but it's true.
It's
facts.
it's
Second
damn
match,
true. It's
second
damn
match,
true.
you got my boy, the absolute Ricky Starks defeating
Yeah.
Brian Cage.
I like Ricky. I like Ricky.
I love Ricky.
I like him. What? Will, you don't like
Will
you don't
doesn't like
Ricky?
Ricky.
What? Come on.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
don't
how
either.
you don't
I don't
like
either.
that charisma.
He just don't move
He's
the
got
needle. He
so
just
much-
don't move
Yes,
the
he
needle. He don't pass
does.
the eye test.
I
He is the
don't-
needle.
He don't
He's
move
I
the
don't
needle
get
for
it.
me. He don't
Champion.
move. He's not that he don't
Future
pass the eye
world
test for me,
champion.
guys.
He's a future world champion. Come
Not
on.
saying he's not.
Uh,
Not saying
yeah.
he's not. But you looking at somebody who is 51 years old who's seen maybe a little too much wrestling, and it's like he just don't move the needle for me. MJF does. He moves the
MJF,
needle.
yeah.
but
MJF
Ricky
Yeah.
don't.
move is truly, really is the needle. Like
I was gonna say he's on his own. He's on his
That's
own
not
level.
a- fair
Josie, but
judgment,
Josie
Ricky-
loves Ricky Starks.
Oh yeah,
Rick-
yes
That's
she
my
does.
guy, Ricky Starks.
Ricky
Yes,
is
she does.
talented. He's great in the ring, great on the mic, oozes charisma, and he just gets better every single time.
Josie, I will give you credit. I do take back everything I said about Hobbs. Stark carried it. He
He
carried it.
carried that
He
team.
carried it. He
Because
carried it.
I'm
He
sorry.
carried
I
it.
told y'all
Hobbs
Hobbs was
carried it.
terrible.
He carried. Hobbs is
in that
ass.
match.
Hobbs is ass.
That
Yeah.
I told
is
y'all.
so good.
Listen, I told y'all about Hobbs, man. This a boring big man. That's all he is. When
I
Hobbs
kind of
comes
have an
out,
affinity for Hobbs there for a minute, but
when Hobbs
I'm
comes
off the
out there,
train.
when Hobbs comes out there, what does the crowd do?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Your
He in the
third,
ring. Even when he's in the ring, performing at his apex, what does the crowd do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Future, maybe,
Just-
you know.
Here and there.
third match.
He's a
was-
dude that's going to be. He's a dude that's going to
His
be
entrance is the only thing he's got going for him. I like
Right.
his entrance.
And he's gonna
They
be a
got that
dude-
going for him.
He's going to be.
That's it.
And
That's
you
it.
remember back in the day, we always talked about Bobby Eaton being a tag team specialist. That might have to end up being the way Hobbs goes out, just being a good tag team wrestler, maybe a world tag team champion, and that's it.
So your last match on the being June Akimama. I mean, it was your mark out match. That's all this was. Is for your hardcore fans in Kingston, just having a Kingston match with a Japanese legend. So great match. Just not much to it. Your kickoff match for the show was Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in steel cage.
Luchasaurus threw that boy all over the ring, all over the goddamn ring, Josie.
Yeah, he made.
Oh,
I mean, just yeah.
It was. I honestly, I don't know how Jungle Boy came back. I mean, obviously, I know because it makes sense that he won, but I mean, just judging by the first, 10 minutes of that match, you didn't think he was going to come out on top, but obviously he did because he jumped off top of the cage and, hit him through the table. But he beat the shit out of that man.
I mean, it was a good cage match from what I saw.
It was.
It was about what you expected in that match. Luchasaurus destroys him for 15 minutes, and then Jungle Boy gets 3 minutes of offense and wins.
Man, Josie, I put it in the group chat too, but that blood, man.
There was a lot.
Blood too early. That they just don't have the timing down right with a lot of that, and it's just I'm getting tired of the blood, honestly.
Your next match,
and the fact that man, the NWA World Champion is still bullshit.
What?
And the fact that man, the NWA World Champion, is still bullshit.
Are you talking about Tyrus? How are we getting on this?
I'm
the
just
goddamn
saying.
Funkasaurus.
I mean, I agree with you, but then you get match 1 in the best of 7 series for the trios title. I don't know how I feel about a best of 7 series for a brand new title.
I don't either. But
I get why they're doing it.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
but
because what else do you have in that?
Yeah, Death Triangle.
What else do you have in the trio?
Death Triangle is actually up 2 wins to 0 at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to happen more. Do I want Death Triangle just to sweep so it's over? I know what Will wants. Nothing where the Young Bucks win.
Exactly. I just never cared for him.
Will hates the Bucks.
The Elite. I'm not a big fan of the Elite, but I don't mind them. I think they're decent.
Yeah,
I like Kenny Omega.
I like Kenny Omega, so give him
I enjoy Omega, and I think Omega is one of the best talents of a generation. Like
he's fantastic,
good. I do get where the Bucks get on people's nerves, and they get kind of old, kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
Their matches are all kind of the same. They're a bunch of spot vests, and I feel like they've gotten kind of lazy in their spots, and they don't prep, and it's not as clean.
It's sloppy. Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
But I'm hoping they do something with this to make this series more exciting, because right now I'm not feeling it. Will already gave all his complaints on Cargill. I gotta say I agree with this. Like, I love Jade. I think she's super talented. And me and Will, when she first debuted, me and Will literally spent like 30 minutes just ragging on this girl about how bad she was in the ring, how bad she was on the mic, that she had no business being a wrestler. And I will admit, proven wrong.
It was an Omos situation.
She is super talented. She's talented in the ring. I would give her most of the time a B to a C on her mic work. All of that. She's gotten there. But she has reached the point to where she is above the TNT TBS title. 1. 2, like, she's 40-0. It's enough. We have said this 1,000 times for the last probably 2 months. Let her take the 1 loss and then go 101. But it's time to take a freaking loss.
Absolutely.
I just can't. I just can't anymore with her. And I'm ready for the baddies to break up. And they kicked out Kiera Hogan this past week.
Yep. So. They kicked her out.
Kicked her out. It's all right.
Chris
AEW still did everybody like that Saraya match?
Hang on, Will. Stop jumping around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josie. I'm sorry.
So you got Jericho, Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Sammy. Great match. There was
Good
no
match.
doubt in your mind with these four guys that you weren't going to get a great match.
That the Sammy and Jericho run was really nice that
It
they
was.
did there.
And-
That was some good wrestling right there.
And Stacks, I'm going to go back to what you were saying before the show. But come 2023, Ring of Honor needs its own
Yes.
television.
Oh my God!
programming. I am tired of seeing
Get those
Ring of
matches
Honor
off my
on
television screen.
AEW television.
KW, what's up, bro?
What's up, KW?
I'm tired of singing Ring of Honor matches.
Yeah.
It's to the point where it's about an hour of Ring of Honor to an hour of AEW Dynamite.
And Josie, it's not even the fact that Jericho can't carry it. It's just the fact that I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, and
I mean that's a
do you
good
know
point.
why
though.
that is, Stacks? It's because they don't have their own show to build up storylines.
Yes.
It's
Right,
literally
right.
just
Correct.
matches.
Correct.
But you,
It's
but
the
you,
same
but
reason
you,
people have a hard time connecting with Dark and Elevation. It's because it is just match after match after match after match. There's no connection to the match.
and that's ROH's fault. They've had issues for years and years trying to connect with some type of a network to get their stuff out there. That's ROH's fault.
But that was also because they were. It's the same thing that Impact. When you're owned by the network that then supplies your TV deal, you're kind of stuck. Like
you're at the
when
mercy.
You're at the mercy of the network who controls your deal. So there's not a lot you can do about it. But now Tony needs to, in 2023, find ROH some kind of deal. Something. With the way Warner Brothers and Discovery now have such
what's
a
up,
reach,
man?
put them on Discovery Plus and give them something. Like they've got all that crap on Discovery. You could give Ring of Honor 1 hour a week.
Anybody watch Discovery? Anybody watch that bullshit?
I do.
No.
I watch it for I watch it for Street Outlaws, and I watch a lot of cooking shows.
Josie, didn't you say at one point in time they should put AEW pay-per-views on there as well?
You should. Like AEW has been
because I'm tired of paying $50.
AEW has been trying to get a streaming service for years. With Warner Brother and Discovery merging, they now have one of the largest streaming services in the world, especially once HBO Max combines with Discovery, which is supposed to happen next year. It will be literally the largest streaming service in the world.
Yeah. Because HBO's got a big ass
contract is up in 2023. They're going to have to re-sign. If I am AEW, one of the things that I am demanding is some kind of give them like what WWE has on Peacock. Give them their home little section that is all of their content.
How much would you charge for it?
You could. I don't know if you charge extra.
Would you just have it as part of the regular streaming service package?
Peacock, remember what Peacock did is they just upped their price just a little bit. It was like $1 each service added. Just do that.
Yeah, because it's $50 for pay-per-view, man.
And you can just do that and run the feed.
We're complaining $50 for a pay-per-view when they only do 4 pay-per-views a year, but it's still $200 a month. But I'd be really willing. You give me, I already pay for Discovery Plus. I pay a little bit extra to be able to watch Ring of Honor, everything Dynamite, everything AEW. Go back and watch old AEW pay-per-views. I'd pay the money to watch them.
Absolutely.
So
AEW. I just watch clips on YouTube.
I love AEW.
Yeah,
I do. I enjoy it. I think Raw is too. I think people who think that AEW is coming up on its end are lunatics and just don't understand the business.
Yeah, especially with the amount of money it's got behind it. I think it's going to be fine.
All right, so here it is, Will. Saraya versus Britt Baker. Honestly, I give this match a B+.
Yeah.
Britt Baker carried that. Britt Baker carried that.
Yeah.
She carried
looked a lot better than what I expected.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I mean, obviously there was some, as to be expected, there was ring rust, but You know,
5
they
years.
5 years. It's a long time, but you know, she looked good. It's
And she shut me up because one of the things that made me so concerned about her being back was the fact she hadn't shown us yet that she could come back. But
Yeah.
yes, minus the ring rust, you
All
know,
over there
she got through the
talking all
match
that
healthy.
shit.
She was good to go.
Mhm.
So I gotta
Yeah.
give her that.
Will talking shit.
I gotta
But
give her
yeah,
that. I ain't talking shit. I'm
We're
just saying.
talking shit. You
I'm just saying.
were.
I'm just saying.
I
I'm
was-
taking it. Look, listen.
I was in the
said-
same boat as Will.
Did
was
I
in the
not
same boat as
say-
Will. I didn't know.
Did I not
see.
say that my concern was the fact when she came back, she didn't show she could still do it. But now that she's done it, she shut me up, and I gotta give her props on that. But when she got there, she didn't take a lesser match. She didn't take a warm-up match or anything like that per se.
And
But she got through this, and now she can move forward.
we discussed that 2 weeks ago, and the fact that the doctor told her that he only wants her doing about a match a month. So she's got to be very particular on the match that she's taking. And I gotta
she's gotta
say,
take some big time opponents though, don't you, Josie?
yeah, and I think
Yeah,
this was
it's got to be big time opponents.
Was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best
Build her back
first
up.
match
Right.
for her. There is no one better to have put her in the ring with. One, they're friends outside of wrestling. Two, Britt has come so freaking far from the beginning of AEW when people compared her to Kelly. Remember that. Remember in the beginning
I do
of
remember
AEW,
that.
people were
What the hell?
comparing her to Kelly. Wait, I don't have. But it's true. They were, because she was that green, but she has taken a division, strapped it to that freaking muscular back of hers, and climbed and worked her ass off, and to a point where she don't need no goddamn title.
No,
she doesn't. She
no,
doesn't.
she don't need it.
No.
The moment she's on screen, doesn't have to say a word. All she has to do is, and it doesn't matter what she's saying, the crowd will do it.
Yep.
Rather watch her than Ronda. Hey, that
1,000%. 1,000%.
I would love to see her whoop Ronda's ass.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, we talk about those promotional crossover matches. Please give me that. Give me that.
Ron, or no, you know
Dog
who I'd
walker.
really like to see?
Yep. She would.
Who I'd really like to see? Britt versus Charlotte.
Yeah,
That's
that would
the
be
match
good.
I want to
That
see.
could
That
be a
would
good
be good.
WrestleMania or SummerSlam match right
Yes,
there.
like it's
Yeah,
got to be
absolutely,
like that's
Phil.
a possible WrestleMania main event.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You were genius
Yeah.
with that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
So,
And with no Vince there, on a daily, Charlotte won't necessarily be the one guaranteed to freaking win.
To win that, yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
strong match and good. Both women came out looking great in that match.
Props to Britt though, for real.
Props to Britt. Britt,
Yeah.
Props to Britt for putting her over.
Britt is,
Yes,
Britt,
absolutely.
again, I can't say enough about Britt is amazing. Britt is one of the most dominant women in professional wrestling today.
Mm-hmm.
And there's very few that I wouldn't put her up against. Britt versus Becky would be amazing. Britt versus Bayley would be freaking fire.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Britt versus
I
the
would love
EST
that.
would be a banger.
Yes. Yep.
But your next match, Samoa Joe, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs. Samoa Joe wins this and is now your AEW TNT Championship as well as the Ring of Honor television title. So basically, he holds the television title for both companies.
Undisputed, pretty much.
Basically, he's the undisputed television champion at this. I'm pretty sure they just did this to set up a match for Death Before Dishonor between Wardlow and Joe.
I still feel bad for Wardlow. That was a shit title run.
I disagree. He had some very dominant matches and some high-profile matches. He had a few matches with FTR. They did form War Joe during that run, which was very over, even if it was only for a couple of weeks. I don't think this hurt Wardlow. I don't.
Okay.
I believe that this match destroyed any legitimacy Powerhouse Hobbs had.
Oh yeah,
damn.
he's buried. I don't know what you're gonna
Buried.
do with him. I don't know
Throw
what
the
I don't know what
shovel.
tag team. I don't know.
I gotta
I
watch
read an
this
article
match.
the other
I
day
gotta
that
watch
said that they're just grooming him to get ready for his WWE run when he's a monster over there. And I can't argue with that because he's been without direction, but also like you were saying, I believe Ricky Starks carried him in that tag team. And people thought I was wrong. People said that Hobbs was the one that carried him. And Ricky carried that tag team. And now you're seeing that Hobbs is just another big guy with very little charisma, can't talk on the mic, and he's pretty much he's like every other big guy, the same moves in the ring.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. Thank you.
Omos. You name it.
Omos.
You name it.
And there are guys that do it well. There are guys. Keith Lee. Keith Lee is just his as far as big man in the ring. He is so.
Boy,
agile.
are we gonna get to that match? Because that was interesting.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that because I'm not sure. I think Swerve might turn Keith, and we might get heel Keith Lee, which I'm actually kind of excited for. So, your next match was probably the most worthless match on the card, which pains me to say because I love all four of these guys in this match, but it just didn't have the build or anything to really make a lot of sense, and that's Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Yeah,
I didn't get that
Sting
match.
like that. No.
Yeah, it was. You know, I mean, yeah, it was.
It
was not very good.
Sting and Darby won. It just Jeff
and Darby was doing a lot of coffin drops.
I didn't get that match.
Throwing his body everywhere, but
it was just set up because of the feud that Darby had been having. It was a way to bring Sting back in.
And Jeff Jarrett.
Way to give Jarrett his first match.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even want to really talk about that match. No, they're already setting up. They're setting up now.
I was just
going for the tag team titles.
I'm skipping if I'm watching Full Gear. I'm not watching that shit. Thank you. I'm gonna skip that shit. Like hell no.
But then next match, you got. I'm going to say it was for the interim AEW Women's Champion, but as of last week, it is no longer
interim anymore.
It is the AEW World Champion. Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm. Both Tony Storms retroactively will be recognized as a World Championship run, not interim.
Yep.
Again, Britt, came out.
Is Thunder done? Is Thunder done with AEW?
I think she's done.
Or do you think it was really her injury was worse than?
I think Thunder's done because of her back injury.
I agree.
Oh, you think she's done wrestling? Period.
I don't think she's done wrestling. Period. But I think she's doing with AEW for the time being. I think she's done.
I was gonna say for the time being, maybe. Yeah.
This is a great match. They had a banger
it was
match.
Good. Solid.
I gotta say, AEW. A couple of years ago, Will, we were talking about how they had one of the weakest women's divisions. They had nobody. They were really leaning on the Joshi style, which doesn't get over here in the US as much as people would like. And now I gotta say AEW's probably got one of the strongest women's divisions.
Oh, it's the best.
WWE's is really good. WWE's is really good because Bailey is on fire. Bianca is on fire. Becky back.
Becky's back. That helps.
But Josie is top heavy. It's top heavy.
You're not wrong. There's a lot of big names. There's not a lot of like.
There's no up and coming, no nothing. It's just it's top heavy.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
top heavy.
I want Kill's opinion on this. Who do you think has the better women's division?
Because as someone who doesn't watch a lot of AEW, obviously I'm gonna be biased and say WWE. But from what I have seen, I do think AEW's women's division is good. I like Jamie Hayter. and I was happy to see when she finally won the championship. Because I'm just used to seeing Bailey, Becky, and all of them. I just want to see something different.
One thing that you can say, and AEW's been better about this in their women's division than they have in their men's division, is the homegrown talent.
Yes.
AEW women's division
Oh yeah.
has been way more prominent
1000%.
than. I mean,
1000%.
you look at Hayter or Storm was the first past WWE person to hold a women's title in AEW.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else
Has been an AEW original. They worked really hard, and you got to give props to the people in the back, like your Dean Malenkos, your William Regals, who have really been working with the women's division. Dustin Rhodes is a big one back there, and again, you got to give it to Britt because it. And then also, you can't shaft Thunder. Because if it weren't for some of the matches that Britt and Thunder had in the beginning, Britt wouldn't be as over.
Oh, never slam it, Thunder. Never slam it.
Well,
never
no, I'm not slamming. I won't slam
She
Thunder.
gets slammed some now because of the possible backstage drama that was going on back there and what may have been some of the cause of her stepping away, not just the injury. But you really have to give her. You do have to give her some credit because. Had she not had those banger matches with Britt that they had, that unsanctioned lights out match.
Help put AEW on the map.
It put AEW and it put Britt on the map. That legitimized her as the DMD. Like
DMD.
And so
and you kind of noticed too, Josie, WWE's kind of stepping it up with with Becky back, they had that concourse brawl on Monday night.
They are, but
you're seeing a little bit. But as far as talent goes,
Will's right on on the women's division in WWE. It's weak.
It's top heavy.
I
agree with you 100%.
You got like 6 or 7 big stars, and that even includes people. I'm including people like Io Sky. Well, I'm listing like Io Sky.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Alexa, people who are still like they're on show every week. Shut up, Alexa. I'm not talking to you.
Nah.
Alexa, shut up.
I'm not going to say it just in case it triggers again.
But all of those people, even your Oscars, after that, who do you have?
Top heavy, man.
No one.
Yeah,
and even when you go into NXT, you get past like Mandy Rhodes and Toxic Attraction and maybe Nikita Lyons and Elba Fire.
Would you put Corey Jade in there?
I would put Corey Jade would be a good one to bring in as a mid card right now to grow up.
Yeah.
She is not a star like I would see. Mandy Rhodes right now, drop the title, bring her up. She is so over. She would be great for the main roster.
Hey guys, Nikki Cross for the Women's Royal Rumble.
That's a good one.
That's a good
one. All right. So the Acclaimed defeated Swerve in their glory. Everybody loves the Acclaimed.
I'm not going to say the rest because I'm not going to be sucked.
Daddy!
Daddy! I fucking love the Acclaim. Those are my boys.
Oh, Kill, I am right there with you. I have watched them since the very beginning, and we talk about AEW homegrown. And the fact that they started on Dark in Daly's place during the pandemic and have grown to be one of the most popular tag teams right now in the country.
Thanks, Billy Gunn.
I mean, you do have to give some props to Billy. You do, because they had gotten almost kind of stagnant. And then when Billy and the Guns joined them, and then that whole feud and Billy joining, Daddy Ass has been huge for the Acclaimed. But on that 100%. Same note, they have taken that and ran with it. Bowens and Caster are so good in the ring, on the mic.
They're fantastic.
They are.
Like
They
I
are.
hear so
every time that music hits, I'm just like, oh my god, what's Max gonna say? What's Max gonna say?
stupid ass rap.
Like it brings me back. It brings me back to Cena. Back in the day when Cena would come out with a mic. What's Cena
With the
gonna say?
microphone. What's
I
he gonna
love
do?
Max and to the point he doesn't have a filter because he's gotten in trouble a couple of times for things he said.
Yeah.
I believe it because he said some shit, boy. Sometimes
telling Keith Lee looked good in The Blind Side. That was fantastic.
That was great.
What grade would y'all give that match? I'll give it a B.
Yeah, I would say a solid B.
I'd give it a
agree
B.
with Will.
Out of their three,
Yeah.
None of them, the all-out match was straight up, truly one of probably the best tag team matches of the year.
Of the year, I agree.
It was
Yeah.
so good because this is why I say that, because when that match really started, I didn't care. By the end of it, I was so invested in just every false finish. I was like, holy, and that is a fan, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
And especially like fans like us who've been fans for so long, we chase that feeling because we don't get that feeling all the time.
There you go.
We talk about it all the
Tag
time.
team
We talk
thugonomics
about it
for
all the
sure.
There you go.
We talk about it
1000%.
on this show
Love
all
it.
the time about how, as fans for so long, 95% of the time we know what's going to happen. We can predict it. Like I had a feeling that William Regal was going to get involved for MJF.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's because we've been fans for so long. There's only so many ways things can happen. We know. Like I can call a match 95% of the time and call it right just because, okay, this guy's got to go over to build this and do this and do that.
Right.
And so when you get invested into a match like that and you're just like false finish after false finish, and then Grand Slam was good, but it wasn't as good as All Out. And then the Full Gear match was good, but it wasn't as good as Grand Slam. So I would say 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to the main event because I want to get to your topic.
Yeah. You want to talk about MJF?
All right, so we've already kind of covered it, but
we did.
He is a new AEW World Champion.
He said that.
Finally.
He said that.
Finally.
MJF.
Josie said that was a little too much. A little too much
Because
joy.
he's the best.
I don't blame you, Josie. I don't blame you.
Well, this is the thing. Well, we've been doing this show for 4 years.
Mhm.
I have been talking about MJF since before AEW, because I was watching him on MLW way before this. When I first saw him, I was just like, oh my God, you just immediately hate him. You just immediately despise him.
Yes.
And that
Miz
is exactly what a heel. He's better than Miz. To me, he is more like Regal. He's more of that villain, like Regal.
I gotta put the brakes on that.
No, I do. I think I find
he's a different type. Miz is a comedy heel. Miz, the A-lister, that is the whole point of that is to be a joke because he knows he's not that famous. MJF's heel is like, I'm just a dick. I'm a real guy, but I'm just a dick. Miz is meant to be a little bit jokey and out there and a little bit far-fetched. MJF is every person that you just hate because he's so full of himself, because he's rich and had everything handed to him.
Yeah,
that is why you hate MJF, and that to me makes a natural heel like you don't see anymore, like Flair was, like Regal was, like, I mean, just those guys.
I take MJF more seriously than I take Miz.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can't argue. Miz is one of the greatest.
Miz is great. He's great.
Of our generation. But he is a certain type of heel. He is the elaborate, over-the-top heel where you just believe MJF is who he is.
Yeah.
He's just a natural
He's
dick.
an actual dick. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, good call, Kill.
I can't
Natural
stand the
dick.
air he breathes. I can't stand the air he breathes, man. Sometimes I can't stand MJF.
Exactly.
And
where
that's what he wants you to do.
where here's a great example. Here's a great example for you. If I'm out and about and I see MJF, I am gonna seriously think about if I'm going up and saying hi to that man, because the chances are he's gonna say something to me and I'm gonna feel really bad. Miz, on the other hand, I know for a fact he's not like that in real life. I've been told by many people he loves it when fans come up to him. He loves meeting his fans. He's one of the nicest professional wrestlers you can meet. And so I know for a fact I would walk up to Miz and say, I love you. You're amazing. You have, like, the things that you have done for professional wrestling are not talked about enough.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer. And
underrated in some ways.
So underrated. Yeah. Definitely deserved a final legitimate WWE run.
Yeah.
And so that's my difference between the two. But I'm super excited for this for MJF. I'm excited to see how he kicks off this run tomorrow night. I'm really excited. But I think the Regal thing happened because Regal's contract's about to end.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna go back to the E. There's no doubt in my mind.
I think he is.
I was saying that before the show, like, there's a difference. AEW, he's just a talent. In WWE, he's management. Not just management, he would probably be put right beside HBK in NXT to bring that back to the prominence it once was. And those two together could do it. Right now, HBK by himself is not.
No. It don't matter what. It doesn't matter what you do. NXT is not what it was.
All right, so now that finishes it. Before we move on to the topic of the night, which one was better, Survivor Series or Full Gear, guys?
Survivor Series.
I'm gonna go Full Gear just because I liked the way a lot of the matches turned out. I think it really moved. I think it was also a really hard reset for AEW. A lot of feuds ended. A lot of things came.
Outside of that Ronda match, I got Survivor Series because
I'm gonna say Survivor Series
because of the fact the way they did War Games and the way Austin Theory stepped up. Pretty solid.
Yep.
Pretty solid.
I'm gonna be neutral because it's not fair because I didn't watch Full Gear, right? So I will say Survivor Series, but I'll give Full Gear its props because from what I heard from Josie, it seems pretty decent actually.
Just for them to have that moment, WWE's not gonna have that moment anytime soon. The way MJF just captured the title like that, they're not gonna have that moment anytime soon.
There's no one that's been chasing it for 3 years like MJF has. And the thing about that is, the thing that AEW has done well with this is that he's not the last one. There's other guys who've been fighting for it. Imagine when Jungle Boy finally wins his first one. Imagine when Guevara finally wins his first one.
I love Jungle Boy.
I'm loving the new Jungle Boy. This post-Christian, edgy Jack Perry.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
It's kind of a little theory-ish.
I would agree with that. But on closing, I will say AEW does what AEW does with pay-per-views. They don't do bad pay-per-views. They always are going to give you at least a B in a pay-per-view. At least. I don't think they've ever had. They may have had one like really. I would give
average.
All Out a C, just because of the drama after All Out.
Right.
Fair.
The
product itself, though. I mean, All Out itself,
All right.
Pretty good.
So before we get into the main topic, real quick, any wrestlers catch y'all's eye this week? Anybody that you were really just high on the hog, or anybody you've been watching that you're just like, man, they're really stepping it up? We already said Sammy right now.
Theory.
Other than the Kid Alliance on TikTok, Wow.
Hey, now I didn't know she had a TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see a lot of pictures of that booty, go to her TikTok.
Go to her
That's
TikTok.
Warner Brothers Discovery right there. Hey,
Ooh, wee,
Josie,
boy.
hey, Josie, I'm gonna have to hop off early, boy. I ain't playing. But all right. Yeah, I guess Austin Theory. I guess the promo he had with Seth Rollins was pretty good.
It was great.
I still hate the motherfucker. I can't stand him. I hate
He's
all
my
this.
favorite right now. Kill. He's my favorite right now.
I am eyeing who has got my eye because I believe he is having a career resurgence like we have not seen in years, and that is the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, baby.
I forgot.
Is
Yeah,
freaking
yeah,
on
yeah.
freaking fire right now. Like I could see him holding a title again. Like to a man who I thought was like towards the end of his career, the Brawling Brutes have been such resurgence. The match he had with Gunther. Woo!
Hey, real quick though.
Banger after banger, Josie.
Real quick though, shout out to shout out to Gunther though.
banger.
Hey, shout out to Gunther though. Shout out to him too.
Oh yeah, yes,
definitely.
And
100%.
whoever wins the SmackDown World Cup, I'm excited to see go against him.
SmackDown's still better than Raw these days, guys.
Hell yeah.
When you don't have a
No doubt.
champion,
You got no champion,
You
yeah.
got no champion.
Wait. If y'all watch anime, y'all get this. Filler, or is it just me? Like a bunch of
Nah,
side
you ain't
characters.
wrong. You ain't wrong.
Like, am I wrong?
You ain't wrong.
You're
Like,
not wrong.
SmackDown's like the main story with all the titles.
1000%. You
filler.
got Bray Wyatt. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sorry,
2 hours.
I'm not
Easier to-
enjoying.
3
I'm
hours of
not
filler.
enjoying this new
3 hours
Bray.
of filler.
I'm not enjoying this new Bray. Like
I-
something's got to be done. It's got to pick up.
Yeah, it's definitely a little slow to start out. I
You should have
agree.
brought him back as he was before.
As he was before.
But
On the mic crying, I don't want to be evil, guys. I want to do the right thing. Like, shut the fuck up and beat some ass. Like, what's the wrong?
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Remember?
For
Y'all
real.
remember when he was being all cryptic and everything? That was
Yep.
awesome from Bray.
Oh.
That was awesome.
That was sick.
Well, your
This
girl,
one now, man.
your girl Athena turning heel.
You know what though? It's good for her. It's good for her. That's good for her. She don't need to be a baby face. She's a better heel anyway. And she's and you know what? As much as I love her, she still need help. She still can't speak on the mic worth a damn. She still need help. But in terms of the look, yeah, she.
All right. So here it is, guys.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
is the topic for the night. Will and me kind of discussed this a little bit on Sports Report last night. Me and Stax discussed this a little bit before the show. I have been watching a lot of different promotions, and one thing that is stuck in my head this past week is factions. Is Bullet Club now one of the most dominant factions in all of wrestling, period, just for the sheer reach that this faction has had? No other faction in wrestling history has been able to touch just about every promotion there is, from independent to major. And think about it. From WWE, you have the club. And then everywhere else, which is Bullet Club's, WWE's version of Bullet Club, you can't tell me. But then everywhere else, you've had the Elite in AEW and then Bullet Club everywhere else. They've been in GCW, Impact, MLW. They've made appearances in the NWA. Like, no other faction has ever been able to touch so many promotions and have an effect on so many promotions. And I'll take it one step further. Look at the superstars that Bullet Club has produced. Without the Bullet Club, you have no AJ Styles, you have no Balor, you have no Good Brothers, you have no Hangman Adam Page, you have no Young Bucks, you have no Kenny Omega, you have no Jay White. the list goes on and on
Yeah.
and on.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's a dynasty.
It's
And
amazing, man. Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
the Bullet Club is the first ever dynasty of professional wrestling,
Yeah.
not family. Dynasty.
Mhm.
What you think,
And
Akil?
Club. I mean, currently on Raw, I don't care for him much because I just like AJ. I mean, Medium's cool, but I do like what's his Carl Anderson and the other dude. I forgot his name. I'm
Scott
sorry.
Gallows. See, I
Gallows.
love the
Gallows.
Good Brothers. I
Yeah.
am a huge
Yeah.
Good Brothers fan.
I do like them as wrestlers, but as characters,
They're
Um,
corny.
they're good. I like them, and I love Finn
Yeah.
Balor. I love Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Love Finn Balor.
Solid.
Y'all know I like Kenny Omega a lot. The Young Bucks are cool. I do think, as you said, the Bullet Club is going to go down in history because, like, they have touched so many promotions, not inappropriately, and they are and they're cementing their legacy. I do. Like I said, I like the OC. I think the OC is cool. Mia Yim's a bit, you know.
That was a bit of a
Yeah.
stretch. I understand
Yeah.
why they brought her in, but that was a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, she didn't do herself any favors at Survivor Series either.
Facts.
Yeah.
Damage Control sucks. They suck. I do not like
Ooh.
Damage Control. I don't
Oof.
like them. I'm sorry. I love Bailey. I like Dakota, and I like Io. But as Damage Control, I'm not a big fan of the faction. That's just me. I mean, like individually, great, love them, especially Bailey. But together, it's just not clicking for me.
I love
for some
Bailey and
reason.
Elo. I've never been a bit Dakota Kai guy. Never.
In NXT, I like Dakota in NXT. I think
She was good.
all right.
Yeah, I'll give her that. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
I like Dakota in NXT.
I'll give her
Dakota was
that.
great.
I'll give her that.
But like together, it's just like Bailey can't. She couldn't get the Raw title from Bianca. They had like what 3 matches.
Mhm.
Io and
I mean-
Dakota keep losing their damn tag titles and gaining them and losing them and gaining them. Just
Yeah.
stupid to me. They
Yeah.
should have just been retaining them completely. I
Right.
just can't get behind it.
I will say
They have nothing else to carry that tag team anyway.
Exactly.
So you got to
Yeah,
do what
that's
you got to
the
do
big
there.
problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
carry that division. So that's my opinion in that the Bullet Club, and even if you look at Impact with Austin, Ace Austin and Chris Bay in the Bullet Club over there, that has really elevated them. They're going over to Japan right now to compete in the Super Juniors tag team that they're just now making over there. So the Bullet Club is literally like they're the Patriots of wrestling
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said Dynasty. The first thing came to mind was
I'm not gonna sit here
Bill
and
Belichick.
say I'm not gonna sit in terms of reach. I agree with Josie. In terms of reach, I will agree. They also produced a lot of stars that you see today. So you got to give it to them on that mark. Now, is it the best faction that's ever been on this, that, the other? No, but in terms of where they've touched
talent. Yeah.
and the talent that they have, yeah, you got to give it to them. You got to
different things. That's the thing. DX and NWO did exactly what they were meant to do for that generation, for that time frame in wrestling.
With their internal promotions too.
Yes. And then the Bullet Club did exactly what it was meant to do and and touch casual
Scattered
fans.
across.
Right.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
Yeah.
like there was a point in time where you could show the logo, the Bullet Club logo to people, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know what that is. I have no idea what it means, but I've seen it."
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it has become a portion of pop culture to an extent. It's one of the few things of wrestling in today's generation that has kind of surpassed wrestling and is known to people outside of wrestling.
Agree.
on that level with the DX too. You know.
Yeah, like I mean,
as far as surpassing, you know what I
too
mean?
sweet.
Surpassing wrestling. Yeah.
They took something that was only known to a couple of guys in the clique as far as the Too Sweet and blew it up. And literally you can go into any promotion now and throw up a Too Sweet and people are going to throw it back to you. And then you can walk up to a wrestling fan in the grocery store and throw a Too Sweet and they're probably going to throw it back to you. I've done it.
And just to get my piece out there, somebody asked me the other day about the NWO. Listen, the NWO got ran into the ground. They ran it to the ground and they ran it 2 years too long. Anytime you come out with the Latino World Order,
let's talk about this.
Come on, man. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Could you imagine?
You had Kurt Hennig as part of the NWO.
Could you imagine had it happened what Bischoff wanted to do and turned NWO into the promotion? Because that was talks at one point.
That was the talk. Yeah, that was the talk.
And only NWO wrestlers would be on that show.
If he would have left it, the main faction and the Wolfpack, if you would have left it there, you could have, that would have been its direction. But you even branched off of that, brought people in that didn't fit. Kurt Hennig was in the NWO. Scott Norton, of all people, was in the NWO. No disrespect to Scott Norton, but Scott Norton was done. He was done around that time. So it was ridiculous. It was crazy. But if you would have left it, the main faction and the Wolfpack, and came up with their own show, yeah, that would have been the truth.
I'm a 2000s kid, so I'm not too familiar with stuff like the NWO. You know, I do go back and watch videos on it, so now I do educate myself on when wrestling was actually really good.
So, Kill, I'm going to throw it out here right here now. So we meet every Tuesday. You are now part of this crew, and you are to be here every Tuesday.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, bro.
Wait, so if I'm not home, I gotta send each of you $15. I don't come on. Yeah. If I miss it, so you gotta drop your cash app to my DMs. Motherfucker, if you miss this shit, send us money, motherfucker. That's my initiative. Joe, listen, it is great finally be able to talk about wrestling with people.
That's what this show is about, bro. That's what this show is about, and that's what it's for. We have our little segments. The beginning, we kind of call that Mark's Watch Wrestling, and that's where me and Stacks, and you're welcome to join. So right now, we're watching Impact. And every week we watch Impact. And we didn't discuss Impact last week because Impact was stupid last week and did a recap show for some damn reason. They didn't do a show. That. I don't know, because they taped their shows. I don't understand why they did a recap show.
Hey, shout out to Impact, though. They've gotten so much better over the years. Oh, my goodness.
I can watch Impact now, is what you're saying.
Yes. I'm reintroducing Stacks to it right now because Stacks had watched.
You can watch it now. Yeah.
Stacks watched one episode and then they did Overdrive. Mm-hmm. Did you watch Overdrive, Stacks? What did you think of Overdrive?
I didn't get to watch Overdrive.
Okay.
So
I didn't get to watch. We're gonna really start diving into Impact next week.
For sure.
Okay.
But
Jordan Grace for the win,
they air on Thursdays. You can get it for cheap either through Impact Plus or you can be an insider on YouTube. That's what I do. It's only $4.99 a month.
How much is Impact Plus?
Yeah. Impact Plus is like $7.99 a month.
Like $7, $7, $8.
That's not too bad.
It's really not. The reason me and Stacks do the YouTube over the Impact is Impact episodes don't hit Plus until 2 weeks.
2 weeks afterward.
We get Impact episodes 30 minutes after they start to air.
Oh, hell no. I need that YouTube Plus then.
Yeah. And then you still get their only app shows because they do every month they do an only for the app show. Yeah. And you still get that with YouTube. So it's a deal. It's a really good deal. That's the thing. Impact might have a terrible television deal, which they do. But they are trying to do whatever they can to get the product out there. I think you can still watch the show free on Twitch on Thursdays. I
I
believe.
think you can. I
Twitch?
think you can. Yeah.
There for a while,
They
like
did.
they
I was
were
gonna say,
really
they did
pushing
say
that.
that the first night I
There for a
watched it.
while, they were pushing that a lot. I don't know if that's still the case, but yeah, that's what this show is about. Kill is we just like to get together and talk.
Jordan Grace for the win.
Will is only here because his old ass knows so much about wrestling history.
Yeah.
Will don't follow the new. I had to bring Stacks in because Will don't follow.
I'm
the new
getting
product.
better at it, Josie. I'm getting better at it.
That means I gotta watch AEW more so I can keep up. And
Yes.
now I have to watch.
I do say we talk a lot of AEW because me and
We do
Stacks
talk
are
a lot
both
of AEW.
big fans
Yeah.
of AEW.
I'm the WWE and the old school guy.
This is my thing about AEW is people. My thing in general is peace, love, and wrestling, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I
The more
hate.
the merrier.
You will, if you come on this show enough, you will see Stack sees it. I talk about this a lot. The toxicity of wrestling community. We are probably one of the most toxic communities in the world.
Oh,
And
hell
people
yeah.
will always throw
Yes.
things to me like, oh no, anime's worse. Oh no, no, because there is no other community where
IWC.
a person will literally tear you to pieces just for liking someone or not liking someone, or liking
Or
a company
product. Yeah.
or not liking a company.
Right. Yeah.
You know how many times I've gotten destroyed on Facebook for not liking certain people? Man,
I've
the
gotten
guns, I get destroyed for not liking them.
I've gotten where I
That's
do
just
not
'cause of
comment
Danny.
on things. I don't comment on things because it's no matter what, someone's gonna get mad, someone's not gonna like it.
Y'all remember? You guys remember when Alexa Bliss was really into the title picture? I've never been a Blitz fan. I've never been a Carmella
Sure.
fan, and I
Yeah.
get blasted on the. Every time I say I don't like those two ladies, I get destroyed.
But
Because it's almost like, it's all about the eye, and it's like, what, and it's like, what are they watching in comparison to you? It's like, they must just not see it the same way.
I
Obviously.
just don't understand these fans that want to see a company fail. We as fans should just want more wrestling.
Yep.
I love the fact that literally Monday through Friday, if I want to, I can watch wrestling in prime time every day. Monday is Raw, Tuesday is NXT, Wednesday is AEW, Thursday is Impact, and Friday is Rampage. I watch it in prime time every day. I love that because I am a wrestling fan. If AEW closes, I lose a lot of wrestling.
Yeah,
so
that's
why?
part of it. Yep.
Why? That's
Absolutely.
the same thing I always said about Impact. It's the same thing I say about NWA and MLW. Is all of that, there are people who want to watch it. There are people who want to see it. So why shit on it? Enjoy it. GCW started off as literal, and I hate the man, so I can't believe I'm quoting him, but it was literal just, what's Cornette's word for death matches? God damn it, I can't think of it now.
Can't think of it either, but I know you can't stand Jim Cornette.
Oh.
No, Jim Cornette's funny. Don't get me.
No,
he's
he's not. He's a racist, transphobic bigot.
The one that gets me is Dave Meltzer. I can't stand that man. I hate him.
I will say the thing about
I don't hate Meltzer. I
do
don't hate
gotta
Meltzer.
say
I
this.
like Meltzer.
I do gotta say this.
I don't mind
the
Meltzer.
thing about Meltzer lately is him and Brian Alvarez are all over that AEW dick.
I'm not. I'm not saying that he's not, but I just think he's a little bit self-serving, and I've never liked that because I've never liked that part of him.
There was a great point brought up in an article that I read today. Every time a pay-per-view sells out, Meltzer and Alvarez write about it for AEW. Do you realize that since Triple H has taken over, not counting SummerSlam because he literally had 4 days, but every pay-per-view since then has sold out? Meltzer and Alvarez have not written about it one time.
Yeah, you know what that is. You know what that is.
You know where they're getting
Triple
it
H
from.
don't like their ass either.
It's because they all on that AEW dick.
Triple H don't like their ass either.
I mean, AEW is really good, which people get mad because I like AEW and WWE equally because I don't show bias. I think they're both equally good.
It's just a different show.
Mhm.
It's a different
It's-
show. It's a different show. And it's a different show, and it's a different style of wrestling.
There's
And I
another
think that's what
article.
people can't. And I think that's what people can't accept.
There's another article I read last week that said AEW. Did you ever think that Tony doesn't want to change it? It is the hardcore wrestling program. It's for the guys like us who follow New Japan, who follow all these indies. It's for the ones like us who just really care
Pure
about
wrestling.
Pure wrestling.
Pure wrestling.
Not all the fluff and the everything. It's to bring out a guy like Jay White on a show and for us to mark out about. Like, AEW is made for the wrestling marks, and it's hit a good demographic because a lot of us had nothing when there was just WWE because we didn't like WWE because
WWE was nothing.
it was too soft, too fluffy, not gritty enough. And truly, I've said this 1,000 times since Triple H has taken over, I enjoy WWE. I actually like watching the product again. So I like that. It's given me wrestling back. So more wrestling to watch is a good thing. So why are these dumbasses behind the keyboards wanting to see a company close just because they don't like it?
They be riding those dicks, Josie. You know.
Yeah, it's just fanboys. I mean, listen, I deal with the Dragon Ball fanboys all the time. They want every other anime.
Oh yeah, you do. You do.
I can't stand them. It's just fanboys, Josie. It's just like they love one thing so much that they can't stand or force themselves to like another. Like me, I'm even. I like everything. If it's good, I like it.
Yep.
I took a look at AEW. That CM Punk and MJF feud made me fall in love with AEW. That shit was peak.
It was.
That's when I started to really love AEW.
I know we need to be kind of wrapping up, but you brought it up, so we got to talk about it. Got to talk about it. Is Punk coming back?
It looks that way.
It does. Him and Austin Mania.
It looks that way.
He's going.
I mean,
No. I don't think he's going back to WWE. No, I think he will end up back in AEW. I think the whole thing was a work. The more and more after Omega coming out, doing the GTS on television this past week, telling people to let it go and just move on with it. They're wanting to get back to the storyline. So they're needing people to kind of forget about it.
I'm gonna take it a different route. I'm gonna take it a different route than you. Here's the thing that makes me think he's coming back. It's been buried too much. You haven't heard anything about
only what they want to release.
You haven't heard about a release. You haven't heard about
what they want
about
only what
anything.
AEW wants to get out is getting out. They have been very tight-lipped.
They've been very tight-lipped about everything, and that makes me think he's coming back because there's for everything to die down.
And we've talked about this several times, and they couldn't come to an agreement on the confidentiality. I think that was all work. I think that was bullshit now. I don't think it was ever discussed.
And look at it like this. If you did, that's a hell of a buyout if you did buy him out.
CM Punk was probably a 7-figure contract.
Yeah, you losing a ton of money if you buy him out.
There's no question.
Yeah, a ton of money. And I can't see Tony Khan being a businessman that he is losing all that money.
What'd you say, Kill?
I think CM Punk should come back as a monster heel. He should be a heel.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hell yeah.
He has to be a heel.
Definitely.
Yep.
Almost. You need to bring him back almost like he's got straight edge society heat right now.
Yep.
Like
as much if not more than MJF.
Come back monster heel. Yes.
Yep.
But I believe first of the year, Punk returns.
I can take it.
He had the injury after All Out, and I think he did the same thing that Cody did. So If that is, that's 9 months. He's already had 4 months to heal, so another 4 or 5 months, and that would be their next pay-per-view.
So
Double or nothing.
yeah, Stacks. I'm kind of with you, Stacks. As long as you keep him out of the UFC, I'm good.
I mean, I just don't see
punk.
if he's not
Punk
willing
ass.
to agree to a full
Punk ass cancer, Will.
Punk ass cancer.
That's
if
what he
he's
is.
not willing to agree to a full-length term of contract confidentiality agreement, no compete clause, Tony Khan's not going to let him go. And then I don't think Tony is as much as, like y'all said in the old WCW days, of letting a guy just sit at home
And collecting the check. And so
collecting
many
check.
of them back in the day did do that.
Tony is going to get his money worth. He's
Yeah,
not
people
gonna have
back
a
in
guy-
WCW. You had people back in WCW, 6 figures, sitting at home.
Yeah,
Still
I don't
getting
see
paid their
Tony
contract.
doing that with a guy that's making 7.
Yeah.
CM Punk is money. I don't think they're gonna let him go.
Exactly. And even with all the controversy, he's still money.
Can you imagine if you
put
did,
him on a
though?
card in Chicago, he's gonna sell out the card.
Can you imagine if you did, though? The promos in the E would just be sick.
Right?
Would just be sick. He'll be talking so much shit. It ain't
So
even
much
funny.
shit. Yep.
He might not mention nobody's name, but
That's why Khan doesn't let him go.
exactly. He would talk so much shit, it ain't even funny, man.
All right. So
What'd you say, Kill?
I'd love to see him feud with Kenny and MJF again. That's what I want to see.
That's the thing, is there's a couple of things I would still like to see from him in AEW. So let him finish out his contract and then don't re-sign him, but finish out the contract.
Yep.
He can sit on his couch, Josie.
Yeah, I know you just don't care, Stacks. You just say he's a cancer and he's just
cancer ass.
Oh, come on, man.
Cancer ass.
Stacks thinks he is the death to any company he works for.
He is.
He is.
He is.
I've said that plenty of times.
He is.
At some point, when you go back, at some point,
When's enough enough? When is enough enough?
He was blaming the company, but now you done pissed off a second company. So at some point, it ain't the company, it's you. It's you. You gotta sit and you gotta sit and take accountability and responsibility for that. WWE wasn't a problem. You've already shown it was you.
Yeah. Enough with the Colt Cabana shit too. If he comes back,
Thank you. Let that
miss
die.
me with
Thank
that.
you.
Miss
That's
me
almost
with
as
that.
bad as Brett still getting mad at Goldberg for what happened all these years. Let it die.
Move on. You guys broke up. We get it.
Yeah, move on. You know, y'all little relationship done.
Yeah. Send him some flowers maybe down the road, but right now, keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying?
Some flowers. Say there's some candy.
Some flowers. Some candy.
Some candy, flowers, whatever
some
he needs
flowers.
to do. You know, maybe open him up a bank account since he shares it with his mom. You know, whatever he's got to do. You know what I mean?
CM Punk's coming back, Stack. It's gonna happen. I agree with
fine.
you. He's gonna come back. And
he's coming back. They gonna let that man go to the E, and Impact can afford him. He coming back.
Who's he gonna get in a fight with next, though? That's my question. Who's he gonna feud with next backstage? That's, you know what I'm saying?
Say what, Josie?
So still no word on your boy Nick Aldis. Still out there.
I'm just waiting to see where he goes. You know, I love Nick Aldis. You know, I love particularly back in the day. This is your what champion speaking. He was madness back in the day, boy, and everything he did in Impact. Look here. There's a reason why Dixie Carter was with that man 24 hours a day, 7 days a week back in the day. Oh my goodness, that dude, man, he was awesome as madness. He was funny as crap. Now, was his accent the best? Hell no, but I just made him funnier. And then when he went to NWA and really showed his wares down there, he showed that he can carry a company. So I want to see what he does and where he ends up.
What I was going to say is the thing is winter is coming is next week, which is always it's one of Impact's biggest dynamites of the year. Like that's where Sting debuted. Like it always is a big weekly free show for them.
And we talked about the fact that Impact couldn't afford him, but at the same point,
I don't think it goes to Impact.
I don't think so either. But at the same point, would he be willing to get that history He was over in Impact. So if he did come back, his wife is there. If he did, maybe he takes a pay cut. I don't know, but it would be good to see him back in Impact. It really would be good, in my opinion, to see him back in Impact.
Either way, me and Josie are paying some of that salary with our monthly YouTube fee. So.
Hey, Dixie Carr PS5.
Say what?
Oh,
Holler at me.
I've been saying that about Dixie.
What is with y'all in that old cougar, man?
Hey.
We ain't got. We can hug. That's it. That's all. I just give me a PS5. Just one hug. That's it.
Hug no PS5. We good to go.
Yep. Or Series X. I'll take it. Come on, let's go. Just one hug.
This ain't a bad looking chick though for her age. She's what? 60.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's in her 60s. Right?
Yeah, she's in her 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not old. She's ancient. No disrespect. She's ancient. I'm young, so I can talk shit. You see? I'm young. Okay, I can talk that shit.
Oh man.
But no, I gotta say it was nice hopping on with y'all. Y'all cool as shit. What else can I say?
Well, we were about to get out of here, but I was about to say, so anything else y'all saw in wrestling this week that you just got to get off your chest? Anything that just pissed you off? Anything that you just...
CM Punk, stay on your fucking couch, man. Thank you.
Fuck you, Stacks.
Thank you.
Such a hater.
I'm gonna love the CM Punk hate.
Can we get some more? Can we get some more Nikita and Gigi, please?
I'll tell you right now. They're both
Nikita
haters.
and Gigi. Can we get some more Nikita and Gigi, please? That's all.
Oh, you want Nikita? You want Nikita and Gigi, huh?
Yeah.
Gigi Dolan, boy, you better
Yeah.
Mr. Will, you gotta stop now. You gotta stop. I'm gonna look up the Instagrams now. I'm gonna look it up.
Sorry. You can put Nikita Lyons on my screen 24 hours a day.
Oh my gosh.
It's a blessing in disguise. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
That's that realness, right? I will. Whenever I pray to Jesus, Jesus created Nikita Lyons. That's all my praise.
If you watched Impact NXT next last week, you see those pants that she wore that just had no booty, no ass, like her whole ass cheek was hanging out. All of it. I'm just like, yes,
ass ain't them shorts, Josie.
Yes, sir.
I'm just like, come, parking spot right here, seat. Right here.
Like, Josie, I wouldn't know what I would do. Like, I don't know what the hell to do. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be lost. I'd be like,
a happy person.
No, I'm too young. I don't have no training yet. I need to go.
I don't know what to do with this. I'm not ready for this yet. This is like a level 50. I'm like at a level.
Trust believe. I know exactly what to do. Trust believe.
Will says I'm that age.
I'm that age. I'm ready.
I got this.
I'm that age. I got this.
I also got to tell you, Kill, a woman like that, she teaches your ass.
Well, say, yeah.
Hey, and I'm gonna say one more thing about that. I'm gonna say one more thing about that. She gonna cost. She gonna cost. Bruh.
You know what? I'll take Gigi Dolan. Josie can have Nikita. I can't handle Nikita right now.
Gigi's a baddie too.
The thing about it is something tells me Nikita is probably pansexual like I am, so I might have a chance with that one.
Gigi, that's cool. I can handle that. Nikita, the fuck I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna be scanning like this. Like I'm in the Matrix or some shit.
Can't go ahead the Dragon Ball scan.
like shit. Like what? Like where the fuck do I? Where do I start? See, Josie, you're older than me. You trained. So you know what to do.
I'm telling you right now. You just started those hips.
Like, boy, I'm telling you, man.
Hands on
Geek,
those
what's
hips,
up, man?
and then move from there.
My man, Geek. What's up, Geek? How you doing, brother?
Like, she scares me, man. I'm sorry. Nikita scares me. Whenever I see her, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know who Will's big crush is, right, Kill, in wrestling? It is Big Mama Swole. Jordan Grace.
You've never seen boy, hey.
You don't know who that is?
You know who Jordan Grace is? Okay.
I know who Jordan Grace is.
Big Mama
Come on
Swole,
now.
boy. That's why I call her Big Mama Swole.
Have you seen her recently though? She's gotten even more. Like, hang on. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I go sit here in
open a
front. I ain't go sit here in front. That's a big old girl. I ain't gonna sit here in front.
She can open like a pickle jar.
I mean, she's
Oh, yeah.
taller than
Oh, yeah.
her boyfriend.
About
so
4, and she tall, and
she's taller than her husband. So.
She's taller than her husband, and just about as big as her husband, if not bigger. And I'm
She's got more charisma than him too.
And before y'all come and cancel me about Gresham's height, I got no problem with Jonathan. No problem.
Jonathan Gresham's problem is not his height or his talent. He's got both. His problem is he's got no goddamn charisma, and he is boring as fuck.
No, but I'm not sitting here I'm not sitting here body shaming nobody. But I'm just saying how I see it.
No, I don't shame people. I roast people. There's a difference. I would never shame you. I would roast.
There is a big difference.
The hell out of you. Yeah,
is done out of love and kindness.
Yeah,
and shaming is just mean.
Yeah, shaming's mean, but roasting is showing love to help you get better. That's what roasting does.
All right. Stacks with you and your CM Punk hate. That's shaming. That's hate.
That's just some hate.
All right, me and Josie over here like, damn, that's a lot of shaming he doing. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Hold on.
There she is.
So there's old and there is now.
Uh-huh.
I need to zoom in to now. Hold on.
I like the old better. That's just me.
Y'all
but she's still a baddie.
Whoa.
Hang on. This not.
She's still a baddie, but
got a better one. Hang on.
That's the bodyguard. Like she can take bullets.
She'd have been in the ring with. She'd have been in the ring with dudes, man, and beating the dudes up.
Hold on now. You don't get. Listen, is my face moisturized?
Look at that waist, man.
Jesus.
Look at that waist. That waist is snatched.
Ooh, hold on, I gotta zoom in. Wait a minute, boy. Jordan Grace. Look at them
Big
all.
Mama Swole, boy.
Jesus, that's that shit right there. She can lift the pyramids. Look at her. Oh my God. Oh my God. Josie, bless your soul. Josie, bless. I got more research I got to do tonight. So Nikita Lyons, Gigi Dolan, and Grace. I got y'all. Thank you. You gave me a project. I'll turn it in tomorrow. I got you. My project is due tonight at 11:59 p.m. That's my project is due.
Right.
Man, come on now. I'm ready.
I'm
ready.
But guys, I think that's gonna do it for another round of Fight Night. Make sure y'all check out all our shows on the Sports Report. You got the Sports Report on Monday nights. You got Fight Night on Tuesday nights. You got Hardwood on Wednesday nights, and you've got After Dark on Thursday nights. Make sure you check out all those shows. And then tomorrow night, you can catch me and Will on Geek News Now. We'll be talking about the Avengers movies on Another Real podcast.
Yes.
So make sure you check that out.
And Kill, if you want on that, I can put you on that too.
Yes, yeah. You're welcome to join us.
I'll be welcome to join you.
Okay.
So we'll be talking about that. And next week, I don't know what the topic's going to be. I might not even tell these guys until we get here. I like having the edge. I'll sit here and think about topics and get my arguments and then just drop it on them.
Ring entrances.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
okay.
And before we go, has anybody seen the article that Randy Orton might have to retire?
Yes. Yeah, Will sent that out, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Might have to have his hips fused.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Well,
if it comes out that he definitively has to retire before Mania, do they induct him? Does he get inducted into this Mania?
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, next year for sure. The year after, or the year after.
It should be next year. It should be next year.
I really wanted to see him versus Riddle.
Because if you put him in this year, there's no bill for it.
Yeah.
Because the Hall of Fame is a show.
You're gonna build that up. Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I mean, if it is known,
especially with that career,
if it is known now that he has to be done, you still have time to build it. Announce it at the Rumble, build it the next 3 months.
Got to. You got to put some build behind it. Because the Hall of Fame itself is a show, so you got to put build behind it. Yeah.
So, All right,
That's
guys.
too bad if that's the case, man.
It is.
That's rough.
I would have
That's rough.
liked to see him go out with maybe one more title run or something.
I saw him in person once at a St. Louis Cardinals game. I didn't get to talk to him or anything, but I saw him. We were leaving the stadium, and I saw him, and I hauled Randy, and he turned around. So
and before we go,
shout out to that.
And before we go, I got one more shout out. I hate this man for it. Shout out to Maurice. Oh my gosh.
She is snack.
Gosh.
She is snack.
That's
Maurice
a whole
is getting up there
snack, boy.
Maurice.
Maurice is getting
Good
on that
God.
same level to me as Natty. Like, you put them too close to a fire, they gonna melt. There's so much plastic in there, it just gonna melt.
Who cares?
It don't matter. I was gonna say it don't
I
matter.
like the natural.
It
Don't matter.
The reason
It
I
don't
love
matter.
Don't matter,
Nikita Lyons
baby.
so much. The reason I love Nikita Lyons so much is because the natural of her, the naturalness of those hips and that booty and that all of it.
That's all well and good, but I still sleep good at night though. If I'm
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nah, but Nikita's clear as all, though. Let's be real. Nikita's the best. She's the best. She's the best. Nikita is peak fiction to me. And listen, Josie, that's all you, though.
All that cake.
All that cake.
All right, guys.
She says.
That's
all right, everybody.
Tonight. Y'all have
All
a
right.
great week. We will see y'all next week for another round of Fight Night.
See you later.
Peace.
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 Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.